everyone, my name's Laura and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. And today's video is the next part of my yearly wrap up. We're going to be talking about all the books that I didn't read this year that came out this year. My bad. First one was one that I was really anticipating. I've recently read its predecessor. It was The Fake Out by Stephanie Archer. This is Ex-Boyfriend's Arrival. I believe it is also fake dating. I didn't get to it in December. I'm not gonna get to it in the rest of December. Unfortunately, it is what it is. If by some miracle I managed to pick it up before the end of the year, great, but I really doubt it because I'm planning on doing rereads for the rest of the month. So yeah, anyway. Next is King of Greed. This is a marriage and trouble book by Anna Huang. This is the next book in her Kings of Sin billionaire romance series. Again, if by some miracle I managed to pick this up, I will tell you guys what I think of it, but I don't think that it's gonna happen because my TBR is too long. Two books by the same author. We're gonna go with King of Country by C.W. Farnsworth. This is a small town romance, cowboy romance. He is a country singer and she is like a media agent. I loved C.W. Farnsworth's Fake Empire this year. Had such a good time reading it. I was so anticipating this, but I just didn't get around to it before the end of the year. And in the same vein, Real Regrets also came out this year and I did not get to it. I loved Fake Empire, but this, I just didn't have a chance. I literally just did not have time. It is what it is. Towards the second half of the year, I was so busy and there was no audiobooks for either of these books. And sometimes I just need those audiobooks to help me get through it because I spend so much time editing, it just takes up so much of my time. Fucking Around by Emily Rath. This is a Why Choose Adult Hockey series, but it is a fucking thick boy. Yeah, I never got around to it. I will get to it. I just know that it's just a lot of words and a lot of pages that need to be read, so I need to be in the right mind frame to read this book. So Things We Left Unfinished by Lucy Score. I was really anticipating this book. I could not wait to read Lucian and Sloane's story, but because Things We Hide from the Light was such a letdown, I did not rush out to go and get this. I don't even own it and I have to read it physically. I literally don't own it. I'll probably get to it at some point next year. We'll see. My only issue with Lucy Score's books is that they're so long. They're unnecessarily long a lot of the time, and her characters are in their late 30s, early 40s, and they behave like 20-year-olds. That is my gripe with her, but oh well. I will survive. Rising by Macaulay Smelter. I read Wild when it came out. I had a good time with it, but I didn't love it as much as her previous books. So when Rising came out, I just didn't rush out to get it. She's a chunky book as well. So if I didn't love the first book, I really struggled to pick up the next one. Hopefully I get to that early next year because it's accidental pregnancy and I'm kind of enjoying accidental pregnancies at the moment, so we will see. This is a series about a band called The Wilds, and each of them follow different members from the band, and I don't mind a little rock star romance. Unravel Me by Becca Mack. I have not picked this up because I've heard really mixed reviews, unfortunately. I really want to love this, so I'm just kind of waiting until the right moment to pick it up. It is an adult hockey romance. I believe it is single mum. This came out right around the time as Caught Up as well. There was so many books releasing in the same period of time in October, and I never picked it up. And if it doesn't have glowing reviews, when there's that many books coming out, I just can't pick it up. One Pucked Up Pack by Sarah Blue. This is a Omegaverse hockey romance. Again, I never got to it. I really wanted to. I just didn't get time, ran out of time. I don't know what to say. I just didn't get to it because I just wasn't really overly interested. Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. Now when this came out, it got really negative reviews and I didn't want it to taint my experience, so I just left it. I will probably pick this up in February because summer vibes, and I think I could potentially enjoy it. I don't know, but most of the reviews I've seen are negative, which breaks my soul. Hopefully I do like it though. Fingers crossed. Next is a thriller romance I was highly anticipating, and that is You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. I read The Perfect Marriage last year, fucking devoured it, but then this came out and I just never picked it up for whatever reason. I ended up thinking I was a thriller girly and then I never read more. The last book I physically own is Chain of Thorns. Chunky book. I didn't end up picking this up because I really have forgotten what happened in the previous two books. It took so long for this to come out, I've forgotten. I read its previous book in 2021 1 and I wanted to reread them before I got to this and I didn't get a chance. So I will be rereading most of these books in the coming year, so I will read this in 2024. And the last book is Carnage by Chantal Tessier. I was so excited to read this, but when I found out it was 600 fucking pages with no audiobook, I was like, yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. It came out on the 31st of October, so I literally had 6 weeks to read it before I start my like rereads for the year and focus on this series. So I was like, this is not gonna happen. The audiobook is coming out in December. There was no release date for it, so I couldn't really time my reads for it. So it's gonna have to wait till next year. These are some of the anticipated reads that I never ended up reading in 2023. I'm sad, but I know that I'll get to them soon. It's Death by TBR over here. But yeah, make sure you comment below what you didn't get to this year. Like and subscribe, turn bell notifications on because I am posting so many videos this month. You do not want to miss them. So stay tuned for the next video in my wrap up series. Bye guys.